Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel of Clark Sports Cards. Today we're going to open up some older cards a little bit, some 1990-91 season of basketball. Happened to pull this off my shelf here, had it stowed away, so I figured, being that the cards from different years are coming back a little bit and people are starting to collect some more of the older cards, I thought this would be a good little cheap product here to rip on the channel and have some fun doing it. In this series, they actually have a couple, two or three, I guess, pretty good rookie cards in there that you could actually pull. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers Kendall Gill or Gary Payton, Danny Ferry, Derek Coleman. Trying to think of some more. Oh, Sean Kemp, Sean Elliott, Purvis Ellison, excuse me. Just to name a few. Pooh Richardson, if you remember that. Just some of the good cards in that. B.J. Armstrong, actually, for the Bulls. It's got a rookie card in this series as well. So I thought it's a fun little rip to do that. And there's a lot of Hall of Famers in this. Like you can see on here, you got Larry Bird, you've got Magic Johnson. There's Michael Jordan cards in here as well that are going freaking crazy right now as far as price. So without further ado, this is a whole box. It's a hobby box. So let's get in here and see what we got in the pack. I'm curious to see what it looks like. I don't think that these were messed up as far as like, sticking together and everything. So I'm going to get in here without tearing up the box too bad. And I don't even know if I open up the whole box. I might open up just most of it. Who knows? But it is Hoops. But back in the day, Hoops was, I'm definitely going to open at least half the pack, half the box. So let's do it like that. But back in the day, Hoops was a pretty good little card. Not like as advanced as it was today, but you had your Fleer and your Upper Deck and stuff like that, and even had some Tops back in the day. But Hoops was one of the major players. So let's get into ripping some of the packs. These are actually pretty cool looking cards. We can see the plastic is just, these are a lot easier to rip than nowadays product, and they still got a couple of little pinholes in the top of the cover for some reason. I don't know why, but and they don't stick or anything like that. So let's get a look at some old school cards a little bit. There's John Sally, and that's kind of what the backs of them look like a little bit. They're sweet looking little cards. The basic design to them, but still a good eye peel, I think. So there's Charles Oakley. Some of these players I don't know. I do know, but I don't remember them as much. James Donaldson. There's a Chris Mullins right there. NBA All-Star teams. That's pretty cool. I got some upside down cards. One thing about this year, you ain't gotta worry about no relics or anything like that, or autos or anything. It's just basic cards like it used to be. So something good about that. There's Danny Ferry rookie card. Back in the day, it was a hot commodity back then, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll just open up half of the box. We'll save another half for the other times on it. But I thought with all the crave with the old cards now, especially basketball, it's worth getting in the packs and start ripping them out a little bit. There's a Karl Malone, and he is one of the all-time points leaders, I think. I know he's top 5, if not number 1. I can't remember, or 2 or 3 or something like that. But I know that I just seen something on ESPN about him passing a lot of people getting up to his point value. I think it was LeBron or something like that. There's Reggie Miller, another good player. Wellington, nice little sweet checklist. Good old Manute Bol center, tall dude, like 7'7". Yeah, right there, 7'7". Tall guy, Manute Bol, skinny. Basically just reach his arms up and dunk. There wasn't no jumping to it. There's Bill Cartwright. Horace Grant. Getting all around the Bulls except for Michael Jordan. That's who we want, really. I'd like to see a Michael Jordan. This is actually the second year. There's John Stockton. The second year of David Robinson, who is one of my all-time basketball players that I love. I love the Admiral. Just thought he was an all-around good player, a lot of good work ethic, and just a good player. And look there, right on front, there's a good old Larry Bird, the Birdman. And these cards are in perfect condition. I mean, they're centering's off a little bit on it, just left or right, but I mean, other than that, I mean, look at that. Nice. We're sleeving a lot of these up. There's another Chris Mullin, Sean Elliott rookie. There you go. Akeem Olajuwon. His cards are going up a lot too. And there's an old Ewing in the background. They even smell old when you open them up. The smell-o-vision here. All right. Todd Litchie, I think it is, something like that. I don't know. Not much about him. Jeff Martin, neither one of him, rookie. So, 2 packs down. 15 cards are in a pack. I bet you back in the day these packs was probably, what, 60 cents, something like that, maybe? Yeah. The most. Miss the days back in then when you can just go get mow the lawns or whatever and go out when you was little and buy 4, 5, or 6 packs of cards and come home and call it a day. There's Patrick Ewing, nice little card. Jeff Hornrick. Upside down card. Hobson, and back up again. There's Ricky Green. Bedford. Chris Morris, a good player. Gary Grant. Tom Tolbert. And there you go. There's my man, David Robinson. All-Star West. Center. Nice card. Like I said, a lot of these cards here don't demand a big dollar amount, but it's, you know, this part of the hobby. It's collecting them, getting the cards you like, putting them in your PC, whether they mean a lot or whether they are not worth a lot, it's still nice cards. Oh, and I did want to tell you that I pulled that out of one of my not boxes, but one of my cards that I have kept over the years. So here's the Peyton Manning rookie card that we're after, the lottery pick in this series. So and some other ones that I pulled out, but I just happened to see that one. This little man right here could dunk for as tiny as he was, the old Spud Webb. He's tiny, 5'7", and he could dunk a ball like nobody's business. There's James Worthy, Clyde the Glide. A lot of collectors nowadays will just skip right over this video, and that's fine. I enjoy sometimes pulling some of the old. There's Otis Thorpe. He's a good player. Love pulling some of the old products from time to time and looking at them. Craig Hodges, Bobby Henson. Looks like there's a Sam Mitchell rookie. And Petrovic, something like that, guard. And a James Worthy. Another good player right there, all-star. So it looks like you get 1 all-star card per pack. So. Why couldn't cards go back to this? I mean, sometimes you don't want to chase the $200 and $300 and even the $5,000 cards. Sometimes you just feel good to get a $2 or $3 card, you know, out of a pack, and be happy with what you got. Xavier McDaniels, there's a Brad Daugherty, old Hershey Hawkins, Greg Grant, some freaking checklists everywhere. Benjamin, John Williams, I remember him. Lane still evading the Michael Jordan. I'm definitely going to sleeve him up as soon as I get him. If I do get him. Kevin Edwards. Blackman. Orlando Blackman. Alright, next pack. A little shot of coffee. Looks like we got a Clyde the Glide in the back here. Another Spud Webb. Spud Webb action. Wayne Tisdale, remember that name. Terry Porter, remember that. Old Sam Perkins, a longtime player for the Dallas. The reason I know him because he come from my favorite team, North Carolina Tar Heels, baby. Kevin Willis, another good player. Will Perdue. I remember old Will Perdue. He won him a championship, I think, with the Bulls. Byron Dinkins. All right, if you say so. John Buck Johnson, excuse me. Mark Johnson was a good player back in the day as well. I keep saying that, and there's a bunch of good players back in the day. There's another Clyde the Glide. All right, it's about halfway point of the box. Still looking for, there's a card. That's one of the hit cards out of this is B.J. Armstrong. I thought he was a good role player. Played a part in the Bulls winning championships. Terry Cummins. I love this guy. I think he was even smaller. Yeah, see there? He's even smaller than Spud Webb, 5'3". Now, he couldn't dunk. I don't think Muggsy could dunk. He could dribble between your legs, though. Muggsy Bogues wasn't one of the better assist to turnover ratios in the game. Of course, it stands to reason he's so low to the ground. How you going to get it from him? You know what I mean? But very good role player. He used to play with Larry Johnson and who was the other center? I can't think of off the top of his name. He's a good center that used to play for him. But that's when the Charlotte Hornets first come out. So, but yeah, liked old Muggsy. Scott Skiles, good player, 3-point specialist. Derek McKee. Come on, Jordan, where you at, buddy? Reggie Williams. Irvin Magic Johnson. Well, a few cards I see is Irvin on there. Usually it's always Magic Johnson. I think we got a, there's Pooh Richardson. That's one of the better rookies out of this series. Larry Nance. Like I said, there wasn't a bunch of great ones. There's a good player. Glenn Rice. He was hot for like 2 or 3 years. Very good player out of Michigan. So. Looks like we got 2 All-Stars in this one. Lafayette, Lieber, Norkin, because we got another one in the back here. Purvis Ellison, center. Don Nelson, Lester Connor, Winston Bennett, all right. Billy Thompson, and the mailman, Karl Malone. Alright, we'll go through the rest of these packs right here. I think I got one of the cards I wanted on the back here. We'll see. 6-man award for Ricky Pierce, Sherman Douglas. I'm watching him play. Dennis Johnson, Dennis Rodman, the freak rebounder. He could rebound. And this is a little insert here. It looks like the Miami All-Star coaches. Steve Kerr. I forget he even played for the Cavs. I remember seeing him so much for the Bulls. It's a second-year card, it looks like. Now coaching the Golden State. Ron Anderson. Bill Laimbeer was fierce underneath there. He didn't mind, you know, pushing people around for sure. And there it is, MJ, All-Star. Now, I'd rather have his base than his All-Star card, but still, it's a nice card. And I'm going to... MJ is like Trout in basketball and baseball. I always sleeve them up, don't matter what you got. And I probably should sleeve up a few more of these, but don't want to take a chance with good old Michael Jordan. Now we just need his base. I think this card set is like a $450, 450 set, something like that, 470, something like that. I can't remember, but it's a pretty good little massive set here. It's 36 packs in a box as well, so you pretty much get about the set. There's a Steph Curry's dad, Dale. Moses Malone. Vinnie Johnson. Alright. Rex Chapman. He was a starter for our Hornets for a while. Good player. You can see his average is about 16 points, so that's pretty good back in the day. Dominique Wilkins. Showcase. He always likes showcasing his talent, especially dunking. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Bernard King. There's a Charles Barkley. A good card. Barkley, along with the rest of them, are going up in price. Chuck Pearson, Marcel Thomas. I think he's maybe not an announcer, but he does talk show host, I guess you might say. John Battle, Eddie Johnson, Brian Strickland. Let's see what we got here for the Hornets. Armand Gilliam. I remember that, Armand Gilliam. Who is this? Kenny Gaddison. I remember Kenny Gaddison. I followed most of the Hornets back in the day because, like I said, I live in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So that was my favorite team, was the Hornets when it first come out. There's Larry Bird. My dad used to always follow the Celtics. He used to love old Larry Bird, which I like Larry Bird too, but hometown heroes. Always pull for the Hornets. There's Tim Hardaway. I didn't even know his rookie was in here. That's a good card. Let's leave this bad boy up. I forgot about Tim Hardaway being a rookie in here. There's Cliff Robinson right behind him. Cliff was a major player back in the day as well. Looks like there's something kind of like speckles on the card a little bit. He was a good player. Ken Gamble. There's Patrick Ewing, All-Star. It's a nice card. John Lowe. It's a good little pack here. Randy Allen. Alright. Darrell Walker. Del Harris. Eric Smith. Schuler. Let's see our All-Stars. Tom Chambers. Let down at the end a little bit. Alright, we got about four. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 5 packs, including this one to go. We'll be done with half the box. That's probably all we'll do with this channel, this little rip, because it's going on pretty good. Another good player, Joe Dumars. We missed one behind it, J.R. Reed. I remember him. He's a good little rookie at the time. I was chasing him. Chucky Brown. Remember Chucky Brown? Woodson. Phil Jackson back in the day. Look at that. Is that his first year, I think, with the Bulls? Maybe so. Kenny Walker. Man, something going on with this card. It looks like it's got crap on it there. I don't know what it is. But anyway, they wasn't a real good player. See Green, Kevin Johnson. Another good all-star player. 4 packs to go, and half the box will be done. Dennis Rodman, Defensive Player of the Year. Duh. He's one of the best. Ain't nobody rebound better than him. There's another Kevin Johnson. Another checklist. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Larry Smith. Yeah. John Paxson. I remember him. Johnny Dawkins. Joe Griffin. Willie Anderson. Joe Wolf. Larry Drew. And Joe Dumars is our all-star in there. Getting quite a stack of cards here. At least have some sleeving to do when we get done with the video. You never know, some of these cards, some of these rookies, there's Stacey King. Might be worth something. There's the Rookie of the Year, David Robinson. Not his rookie card, but it's his second-year card, Rookie of the Year. I'm definitely going to sleeve up old David Robinson. Yeah, thank goodness that wasn't no imperfection. He's still got flakes coming off the edge of the card where it's like fresh cut. That's cool. Most Improved Player. We got here Robert Reed. Looks like I haven't got any doubles yet. Doesn't seem like. Got Ansley and Reggie Miller. Good little shooter for sure. A whole stack of another Dominique Wilkins there, so that's a good card. Sean Elliott, another rookie. So now we get into a little bit of doubles. Haskins, Hoppins, Gerving, Derek Gerving. All right. AC Green. Last pack. We'll just open half the box, and this will be it. We'll save the rest for another channel, another time. Charles Smith. See if we can end with a good pack here. There's Magic Johnson. There you go. MVP, Magic Johnson. I think I got one here. There's another Magic Johnson that I had over here in the stack of the same cards from before that I was pulling out just looking at. Patrick Ewing, Barrows, Kenny Smith, Duckworth. There's another Steve Kerr, excuse me. Ah, there we go, baby. That's what I was after. I don't actually have this rookie card. And he is a very good player. I'd say that will be the star rookie card out of the box, would be Shawn Kemp. And that looks very well centered. Yeah. I like watching Shawn Kemp. He reminds me a lot of Dominique Wilkins as far as his play. Wasn't as much as showcase as Dominique, but still kind of like the same. Alright, Todd Litchie again. Now, that was a bad cut. Look at the cut at the top of that card. About almost cut his name off. And a Charles Barkley, the end west. So, I mean, we got 2 or 3 of the good rookies out of it. Didn't pull the base Michael Jordan, but we did get his All-Star Michael Jordan. So that's cool enough. So I enjoyed that rip, fellas. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, and I think tomorrow is Thursday. We'll be doing our pack war. So if you haven't paid for the pack war yet, go ahead and do that. And we'll set it up. There's my PayPal address right there, and then we'll get the brackets filled out. We'll randomize the bracket, and the best card wins, or the lowest card wins out of the pack, and then the winner will take all except for the autos and the inserts and relics. They'll be given to whoever pulls it out of the pack. So I enjoyed this, fellas. Once again, this is Clark Sports Cards out, and y'all keep on ripping.